This is Net News Network headline news for Thursday, May 12th, 2022. Good news on the pro-life front today. The legislation Democrats are trying to pass to make abortion legal throughout the United States was defeated in the U.S. Senate on Wednesday amid solid Republican opposition. Democrats had sought to head off an impending Supreme Court opinion that is expected to overturn the nearly 50-year-old Roe v. Wade decision that established the national right to abortion. Wednesday's effort was a protest gesture that never stood much chance of success. With 49 votes in support and 51 against, the Women's Health Protection Act was 11 short of the 60 votes needed to be fully debated in the 100-member Senate. All 50 Republicans voted to block the bill. They were joined by one Democrat, Senator Joe Manchin. This guy is our guy behind the line. Before the vote, more than 24 House Democrats, mainly women, marched from the House of Representatives to the Senate chanting, "My body, my decision." Then they entered the Senate chamber and sat quietly along a back wall while senators debated abortion rights. Well, as I said before, this isn't making abortion illegal everywhere. Some states may choose to do that, and other states may choose to continue allowing it. This will just put the power of that decision back to the states, back to the people who live in those states to decide, like any other law, if that's what they want. It should not be a federal law. But the Democrats are right about one thing: my body, my decision, and that should apply to any and everything that a doctor does to any of us, including vaccines, correct? And more fallout of our Democratic leadership. Producer prices in the U.S. soared to 11% in April as food prices jump. U.S. producer prices soared 11% in April from a year earlier, a hefty gain that indicates high inflation will remain a burden for consumers and businesses in the months ahead. The Labor Department said Thursday that its producer price index, which measures inflation before it reaches consumers, climbed 0.5% in April from March. That is a slowdown from the previous month, however, when it jumped 1.6%. The report included some signs that the price increases are moderating, but at a painfully high level. Yeah, they're not moderating, and if these people actually bought their groceries from a grocery store like the rest of us, they would know. The year-over-year increase in April fell from the 11.5% annual gain in March, the first decline in the yearly data since December 2020, and the monthly gain of 0.5% was the smallest in 7 months. Yet prices are still rising at a historically rapid clip. Food costs rose 1.5% just in April from March, while shipping and warehousing prices leapt 3.6%. New car prices rose 0.8%. Well, none of this was going on before Biden became president. So you just have to imagine this has something to do with the trillions and trillions of dollars Biden poured into the economy. You can't do that and not have inflation. And this isn't because of Russia. I reported yesterday on this WHO treaty that would address pandemics and allow the WHO to have control over pandemics and restrictions and that sort of thing in any country that signs on to that treaty. Well, today, the World Health Organization has released a new report describing the lack of progress on controlling rising rates of overweight and obesity across Europe. No European nations are on track to achieve the obesity goals set out by the WHO in 2015, according to the report. The organization proposes addressing societal factors that undermine healthy nutrition. So they are saying they want to shift focus from the individual to societal causes, meaning they want to address things going on in society to make you stop eating certain things or make you eat a certain way. The WHO proposes a comprehensive approach to creating a culture that encourages healthy eating and has announced a suite of policies. The implementation of fiscal interventions such as taxation on sugar-sweetened beverages or subsidies for healthy foods, restrictions on the marketing of unhealthy foods to children, improvement of access to obesity and overweight management services and primary health care as part of universal health coverage, efforts to improve diet and physical activity across the life course, including preconception and pregnancy care, promotion of breastfeeding, school-based interventions, and interventions to create environments that improve the accessibility and affordability of healthy foods and opportunities for physical activity. So the WHO would like to tell you how to eat. I'm not disagreeing that people are overweight and something needs to be done, but you don't need the government coming in and forcing you to do this as well. And I told you yesterday that Finland and Sweden signed an agreement with the UK, defense agreement. Finland also announced that they are going to join NATO. Russia would view the move as a violation of international legal obligations, the Russian Foreign Ministry said today. Russia will be forced to take retaliatory steps, both of military and other nature, in order to curtail the threats that arise to its national security in this regard, the Russian Foreign Ministry said in a statement. The situation in Europe is going to devolve quickly, and the US and the UK just seem to be forcing it. And just in case you thought President Biden cared about the high prices you're paying for gas, today the Biden administration canceled one of the most high-profile oil and gas lease sales pending before the Department of the Interior as Americans face record high prices at the pump. The DOI halted the potential to drill for oil in over 1 million acres in Alaska's Cook Inlet, along with 2 lease sales in the Gulf of Mexico. The move comes as Biden has taken a few actions to combat high gas prices despite his administration's generally hostile approach to the oil industry. Due to the lack of industry interest in leasing the area, the department will not move forward with the proposed Cook Inlet OCS oil and gas lease sale 258, a DOI spokesperson told Fox Business in a statement on Thursday. The department also will not move forward with the lease sales 259 and 261 in the Gulf of Mexico region, as a result of delays due to factors including conflicting court rulings that impacted work on these proposed lease sales, the spokesperson added. Just insane what this guy is doing. This has got to be the nuttiest president we've ever had. They have done more to destroy this country's economy since he came into office than anybody I've ever seen anywhere. This guy is artful at it. Honestly, I don't think it matters who comes after Biden. We are not going to recover from all of this. This has been Net News Network Headline News. For more, visit netnewsnetwork.net. Thanks for listening.